So as we embark on this remedial yoga for back, neck and shoulders, you may wish to set sankalpa or a focus for your practice. And planting the seed of intention in the fertile soil of the heart space. Feel you can breathe in with calm and awareness. Breathe out any busyness of the mind. And doing 2 more full breaths like this to center. So as you complete these breaths, gently blink open the eyes. From this position, take a breath in. On the exhale, gather the knees into the belly for Apanasana, taking the shins, all the backs of the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, and begin to rock gently from side to side. You might breathe in to one side, out to the other. And sink in your awareness into the sensations around the lower back. Keeping the fingers and shoulders relaxed. And inhale as you come to center. Exhale, bring the feet to the floor, open the palms. Take an inhale to the collarbones. And exhale to let go. So then from here, bring the hands to rest lightly on top of the shoulders. I'm going to do a little shoulder mobilization. So on the inhale, float the elbows up towards the ceiling or sky. And on the exhale, circle the elbows back and down. Beginning to make some circles. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale as you take the elbows wide and down. Just feel that contact through the shoulder blades. Keep a gentle squeeze of Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor. And know that you're in charge of these circles. You can make them as small or as juicy and big as you need them to be. Connecting the action to the breath. The third and fourth limbs working together, asana and pranayama. We've got one more circle in this direction. Then on the next inhale, release the shoulders, stretch up and back through the fingertips. And on the exhale, just rest the arms back behind you somewhere. So try to make sure that the elbows, possibly the backs of the hands and the wrists are on the floor. If you need to take the arms wider for that to happen, that's fine. Just do keep a bend in the elbows. As you arrive here on the inhale, bring the inner knees together. And on the exhale, walk the feet as wide as the mat. So you can feel the heavy weight of the sacrum. As the inner knees touch, take an inhale into the heart space, expand. And on the exhale, as you let go, just feel the shoulder blades sink in lower into the back. Staying here for 3 more breaths. Big inhale. Big exhale. So continuing this breathing, feeling the breath moving up the Sushumna channel. Rising awareness. And feel the breath dropping down into Muladhara, the heavy sacral chakra of security. One more breath here, big inhale. Exhale. So then on the inhale, allow the knees to come apart, stretch back into the fingertips. On the exhale, engage Uddiyana Bandha, draw the belly in as you draw the knees up towards the armpits, setting up for Ananda Balasana. From here, as you hinge the knees towards the armpits, float the soles of the feet up, and you can take hold of the back of the thighs, shins, ankles, feet or toes, wherever you can get to is fine. Inhale. On the exhale, begin to rock gently from side to side. Again, finding the breath. This feels too much, again, now you can always bring the knees further in, so adjust according to your body's needs. Keep tuning in to the deep wisdom of the body, into those sensations. So moving, feeling and breathing. And then inhale as you come to center. Exhale, gently draw the knees back into the belly. From here, you can either roll to one side, come through to seated that way. Any back issues, that might be wise. Or you can roll up, taking the backs of the knees and come through that way. Okay. So as we come up, we're coming to Sukhasana, easy cross-leg position. If you need to stretch your legs out as an alternative, that's fine. Going to do some seated work here, so it might be an idea to maybe sit on something, particularly if you have any lower back issues, just to give your back some support there. So I'm sitting on a brick, so whatever you've got to hand is fine. We're just sitting nice and tall, lengthening the spine, have a little wiggle, make sure that the sitting bones are equally placed. And then bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, reconnect with the breath in this space. Gently bow the head. If you set an intention, reconnect with the intention here. We're taking these few moments to turn the gaze inward. And feeling grounded through the sitting bones. And from here, on the inhale, lift the gaze, lift the prayer hands up. And on the exhale, circle the wrist down through flamenco wrist, just releasing the wrists and then shaking out the wrists. So from here, we're working to some lateral extension of the spine. Sometimes tightness in the back muscles contributes to any pain or discomfort there. So we're working to those areas. So we inhale, lengthen the spine. On the exhale, slide the right hand out and swoosh the left arm down and then up. Over to that right side. On the inhale, reach into the fingertips. Exhale, drop the shoulders down away from the ears. And just breathing into that left side of the body. Jawline stays relaxed. That's it. Now from here, just begin to do a little circle through the top wrist. Feel that extra sensation maybe through the fascia tissue and changing direction. Lovely. And then from here on the inhale, on the exhale, bring that left hand down to the right knee. And then inhale, lift back to the upright and bring the right hand behind you as we emerge in Pavarita Sukhasana. Easy spinal twist. So inhale to lengthen. Exhale, gently draw the right shoulder back. You can gaze over to that right side. Extension, if you wish, is to glide the head in the direction of the right shoulder. If you have any restrictions in your neck movements, just keep it nice and easy. Nice, steady breathing. Seeing where you can soften, but also keeping the length in the spine. From this position, inhale, exhale, and come back to center. Again, bring the hands either side of you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, slide the left hand out, swoosh the right arm down and then over, emerging in that lateral extension. Inhale, reach into the fingertips. Exhale and release the shoulders away from the ears, breathing into sensation. I know you may close the eyes at times so you can feel the body from the inside out. Sometimes this helps us to tune in to our Atman, our inner teacher, telling us where we need to be and maybe areas we're tensing unnecessarily. So again, see if you can find that middle path, find the relaxation amidst the stretch. That's great, we've got one more breath. So then from here, on the exhale, bring the right hand down to the left knee. Inhale, lift through the pelvic floor, slide the left hand back behind you. Exhale, roll that left shoulder open, emerging in a twist to your left side. And think of the inhale as a lengthening action as you keep that gentle squeeze of the pelvic floor. And the exhale as a letting go, just surrendering, allowing the body to be where it is. And if you wish to, you can glide the head a little bit further over. But again, just tune in, see how your neck is feeling. Keeping the breath nice and steady amidst the challenge of the twist. And then from here, inhale as we come back to center and exhale. So then open the palms of the hands. If you wish to, you can change the cross of the legs to the non-habitual cross if the legs are in a cross-leg position. It'll feel a bit weird if you don't usually do it this way. So resettle again and open the palms of the hands. We're going to do a strong rachaka, lifting the shoulders. So inhale, lift and squeeze the shoulders up around the ears. And then exhale out through the mouth. That's it, good. And again, inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale. We've got two more of these. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale. Good. From here, just have a little shoulder shimmy. And then on the inhale, float the arms out at shoulder high. Exhale, feel that you can send energy out of the fingertips. Inhale to lengthen, keep a hold of those bandhas. Exhale, reach through those fingertips. Feel that stretching of the scapula, the space between the shoulder blades. You may be aware of tension you can feel there. Inhale. On the exhale, release the chin down towards the collarbones and just feel that release through the upper back and the back of the neck. Keep the arms nice and strong. So you can stay here, or on the next inhale, you can rock your head up to your right side. Feel those tendons down the side of the neck. Exhale as you rock down to center. Inhale, rocking up to the left side. You may feel a big neural sensation down the arm, but that's normal. Exhale, down to center. I've got one more to each side. Keep that energy out the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, down to center. Inhale, lift the gaze. And exhale, release the arms down. Open the palms. Again, just have a little shimmy there to ease out. You'll feel the work there that your shoulders were doing. So then from here, inhale, take the arms out again. This time on the exhale, take the left arm over the right. I'm going to do a little Garudasana modification, eagle arms. So I want you to bring the hands to rest on the shoulders, and then you can just rest the elbows down. So nice and easy, nicely relaxed. That's it. Still sitting nice and tall. Inhale. On the exhale, just begin a gentle rocking action from side to side. So you might be able to feel latissimus dorsi, those big, deep back muscles kind of shifting. And if you're holding any tension or tightness, you'll be able to feel that. So stay with the breath. So you might inhale to one side and take the head along with the rest of the spine so everything is aligned. Exhale to the opposite. Just keep the belly gently drawing in. If you need to change your leg position, that's fine. You can do this from whatever leg position. One more to each side. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed. Don't grip too hard with the fingers. Good. Then inhale as you come to center. Exhale. Release the arms. Inhale, take the arms out again. Exhale, this time take the right arm over the left, so changing the cross. Again, hands come to the shoulders and release the elbows down. Take a minute to sit tall on the inhale. Exhale, and again, beginning side to side action. So feel those deep inner core muscles working to help the back move. Each exhale, feel you can draw the belly in and up. Uddiyana. Uddiyana means to fly in and up. And this helps us to keep the length through our spine. That's great, everybody. Nice and easy. So no strain. We've got one more to each side. Then inhale as you come to center. And exhale, release the arms. And just do a few little royal waves through the wrists. You may get a few little clicks there from the work we've done. And then just shake out the wrists. And from here, we're coming through to an all-fours position. So coming off your support, just popping that to one side. And setting up a blanket for your knees, if you need one. As you arrive, have the hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. As you arrive here, draw the shoulders back away from the ears. Keep some tone to the lower abdominals. We'll begin classically with Majjhariasana, the cat pose. I'm going to add some things into this. So on the inhale, belly dips, heart comes forward, gaze lifts. On the exhale, tuck the tailbone under, cat arch, chin to chest. We've got 3 more of these. Inhale, belly dips, shoulders draw back, gaze lifts. Strong Vichaka exhale, tuck under, arch, chin to chest. Continuing to flow with the breath, feeling the articulation of the spine. If you need to modify any of this, make it shallow, that's okay. So listen to your body as always. Now as you come to your final cut arch, I'd like you to hold that cut arch and that tucking under of the tailbone. We're going to come into this tucked variation of Utthita Balasana, extended child. So from here, try bringing your knees together, keep the tuck, and on the exhale, begin to sink the sitting bones slowly back towards the heels. Now if this doesn't feel right, you can do your child pose the usual way without the tuck, just release it. Otherwise, coming all the way down, you may slide some support underneath the head or have the head all the way down to the floor. Just see what's doable. As you arrive, take a big inhale from the base of the sacrum. Big exhale, soften the shoulders and let go. Doing this again, big inhale, lengthening and opening. Big exhale to let go. Now from here, you're going to bring the elbows to the floor and bring the hands into Anjali Mudra at the back of the neck. If you still need to stay on your support on your forehead, that's fine. So the prayer hands come to the base of the neck. Now if you wish to, from this position, you can scooch the elbows a little bit further forward. This gives you an extra release through your shoulders and your upper back. Expand the breath into all the sensations you can feel. Allow the eyes to close. You can feel everything from the inside. Then on the next exhale, carefully release the hands back down. From here, on the inhale, stay nice and low so you can drop your pelvis all the way down to the floor. And on the exhale, walk the elbows underneath the shoulders as we set up for Sphinx pose. So from here, as you press the elbows into the floor, I'd like you to stay up on the fingertips and thumbs. There's a little bend of the wrist. This sometimes helps you to stabilize. And also if you pull back on the pads of the fingers and back on the elbows, as if you're trying to slide forward, you'll feel a little space emerge in your lumbar spine, which should feel therapeutic. From here on the inhale, lift the heart space forward. So think about forward rather than up. Exhale, keep the chin gently drawing in and just gaze drishti towards the front of the mat. If this feels too high, know you can always walk your arms further forward or you can come onto the belly. Make sure that you're not squeezing the glutes. Keep everything relaxed. Even have a little shuffle there to make sure all of that is switched off. From here, on the inhale, roll the heels out and feel the relaxation through the sacrum. And then exhale, point the toes once again as you bring the heels back to center, but keep the glutes soft. Another big inhale from the pelvis to the belly to the chest. Exhale, gently draw the shoulders back. We've got 2 more breaths. Then on the exhale, soften all the way down to the belly, soften through the shoulders. From here, you can gently rest the head on the backs of the hands for a few moments. Roll the heels out to the sides. Close the eyes, connect with the breath, and feel the shoulder blades melting. Softness and relaxation through the lower back. Feel the nervous system cycling down, which helps with any inflammation. So then we'll turn our attention back to the shoulders. So on the inhale, you'll take the arms out to the side like aeroplane arms and just have a brick or a block to hand, which you're going to pop underneath your head. The arms are out at shoulder height with the palms facing down. Just take a breath there. On the next inhale, you're going to keep the right arm where it is and roll until you're laying on that right arm. So the right arm is trapped underneath you. Know that this is perfectly safe. And then you can slide your brick or your block underneath your head. You'll bring your left hand level with your chest just to help you stabilize in what essentially is a balance. As you find your breath, you can glance down the length of your body and just make sure that your ankles, knees, and hips are stacked in a line. Now, as you begin to settle onto the right shoulder, you may feel a tender spot emerge there. I know this is where the stress hormone cortisol can pool in the shoulders in terms of lymphatic drainage. So we're just working to mobilize the shoulder, but also to release stress, which can cause pain here and tightness. So this is option 1. Option 2 is to step the left leg behind you, so step the left foot behind you underneath the left knee. You'll feel a little hip opening here as you do this, but if you roll back slightly, you'll introduce a little bit of extra weight into the front of that right shoulder. Suffice to say, if you feel any pain here, then I would like you to come down back to your belly and just breathe freely. Discomfort will be standard, so you want to be in a state of comfortable discomfort. Even out the breath, that's it. Final option, if you wish, on the inhale is to float the left arm up into space, keep the wrist relaxed. Exhale, and again, this introduces a little bit more weight into the shoulder. You should feel uncomfortable, but kind of in a nice way, in the way that you're releasing. Few more breaths here. Allowing wherever you are to be enough. Then on the exhale, bringing the arm down if you did the arm raise in the first instance. Then bringing the legs back to each other if you did the step back. From here, you'll remove the support from underneath the head carefully. And on the exhale, roll back to the belly, coming back to aeroplane arms. And just rest the head down however is comfortable for your neck. Roll the heels out and just take a few moments to completely let go and observe any sensations you can feel in the right shoulder. Allowing things to settle. And just tapping into that space of calm awareness with the breath. So then from here, we'll change sides. So you'll take a breath in. On the exhale, this time you'll roll until you're laying on the left arm. So the left arm is trapped underneath you. Again, you can introduce your support underneath the head so the head is aligned with the rest of the spine. Glance down the length of the body, try to stack the joints. If you need to bend the knees, that's no problem if you need more support. Otherwise, bring the right hand in front of the chest, spread out the fingers, and that will help you to stay balanced. Take a big inhale once you arrive. Big exhale, and just feel that you're letting go, you're surrendering down into that tender spot you may feel in the left shoulder. The intensity of this can vary across both sides, so just feel what you feel and stay with the breath. So we're taking these remedial forms which target certain acupressure points or mama points as they're known in yoga. And these can also be trigger points, areas where things can start to build up. Esoterically, these can be called granthis, kind of knots of tension, knots of emotion, things that we've held on to in the system. So then if you wish, option 2 is to step the right leg back behind you. Remember, these are just options. You don't have to take them. It's just an invitation to go deeper if that's suitable. It may not be. Check in with your breath. That will tell you all you need to know. If it begins to get labored or problematic, then you know usually you're going a bit too deep. So always come back if that's the case. If your breath becomes erratic, then of course that's no good for your nervous system. So deep and steady. Final option, same as before, on the inhale is to float the right arm up into space. Keeping the fingers and wrists relaxed to that top hand if you take that option. And just embracing that extra intensity through the shoulder. Again, you can find the waves of breath here by closing the eyes. Sinking into the sensations of Anamaya Kosha, physical air. One more breath. And then on the exhale, if you lifted the arm, slowly bring in the supporting arm back. Next exhale, you release the leg. If you took the step back, bring the legs back together. Same as before, on the inhale, roll back onto the belly. Keep with the aeroplane arms for a few moments, just allowing the shoulders to settle. Letting go, rolling the heels out so the glutes soften. The lower back releases. As you close the eyes, tuning into the steady thrum of the heartbeat. sensations of all the fluids of the body moving around the system. Then from here on the inhale, gently slide the hands in underneath the shoulders or maybe towards the rib cage. Exhale. Just squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, lift the pelvic floor as we lift slowly back up towards an all-fours position. Exhale. As you arrive there, you can just walk the knees in and just take a little sink back for a breath or two, just to ease out to counter pose, what was essentially a little back bend. Letting go of the head. Nice and easy breathing. And inhale as you come back through to an all-fours position. And exhale there. So I'm going to move back to the back itself. So from here, with the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, take a breath in. On the exhale, just begin a little sway of the hips from side to side. Finding the fluidity, that's it, of the hips. A bit of movement there. I'm going to turn this into an undulation, which is option 2. So as if you were a cat flicking its tail from side to side. So there's a little flick at each side, which takes you into the thoracic spine. You can begin to take this undulation into the shoulders. So the shoulders are moving back and forth, back and forth. So mobilizing again to the lateral sides of the body. Moving with the breath. And just easing out, easing out. Then from here, just bringing all that slowly back to center. Inhale. On the exhale again, sway the hips to the right, but then sink the sitting bones back and down towards the heels. So begin to circle now. You might need to slide the hands a bit further forward. Inhale as you scoop the hips up the left side. You might sink the pelvis, the hip flexors. Exhale down the right side. So as you move here intuitively with the breath, just feel you're getting into all the nooks and crannies, any areas that need attention. Relax the head. One more circle in this direction. As you sink back the next time, you'll pause there. And then inhale, take the hips up the right side, changing direction. Exhale, down the left. Now 4 more nice juicy circles. And sometimes tension in the back comes from the hips, so we're really getting into the hips here, as well as the shoulders. Keeping the neck in neutral. One more circle. Then from here, as you come to center, you'll inhale, come back through to neutral spine, tuck the toes under. And on the exhale, you'll push and lift back into downward dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. As you arrive here, walk the feet as wide as the mat and the hands also as wide as the mat, to wide angle. Inhale. On the exhale, just allow the head to dangle, gazing between the heels. As you firm the muscles of the legs, you're reaching the heels back, feeling some extra extension, possibly through the spine. If this is too much, then go back to your usual version or even bring the knees down, no problem. Then from here, just begin to gently nod the head yes in slow motion. Just working into those neck muscles, releasing. And then gently shake the head no in slow motion. Keep it nice and easy. Avoid any dizziness. And then come to center. Inhale, walk the feet back to hip distance. Exhale, reach back for a breath. And then inhale, bring the knees all the way down. And exhale, sit back on the heels as you come to Virasana. If Virasana doesn't agree with you, you can always come to high kneeling, or you can introduce some support underneath the heels. Bring the hands to Anjali Mudra as we feel the support of this spinal position entirely in neutral. Close our eyes for a few moments. Reconnect with your intention. Feel the shoulders releasing, crown of the head lifting, sitting bones sinking. And inhale, gently blink open the eyes. Exhale, release the hands. Coming down to the sitting bones. You can come down, however, or you can cross the ankles and sit back as you release the legs forward. We'll come briefly to Dandasana, staff pose. If you need to sit on something, please do. Know that we're going to work into spinal twist now, of course, very therapeutic for the back. This is a modified Ardha Matsyendrasana, Lord of the Fishes pose. So sit tall, inhale. On the exhale, bend in the left knee, bring the foot to the floor, and then step the foot over the right leg. As you arrive here, just bring the hands to rest on the shin, just gently clasp the hands. So this will feel counterintuitive, but I'd like you to round your back and maybe even place your forehead on top of the knee. Now find the breath in the back of the body and feel a nice relaxation through the back of the body, all those back muscles releasing. Then from here, wrap your right arm around the left shin, kind of scooping up with the inner elbow. And then inhale, lift to your left side. So big lift to the left side, lengthen, and take the left hand behind you. Exhale. Good. Nice active toes of the right foot. If scooping through with the inner elbow is too much, you can always use your hand or even your wrist. Just see. Inhale. Exhale, you can either gaze straight ahead or even glide the head to look over the left shoulder. See what's doable. Feel a squeeze of Mula Bandha and inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, feel the belly drawing in, Uddiyana Bandha, as you release. So then from here, inhale, glide the head slowly back to center. A little bit of work into the neck. Exhale, glide the head slowly over to the left side. And again, you can take this as shallow or as deep as you need it to be. Inhale. Slow glide, looking forwards. Exhale. Slow glide, looking towards the left shoulder. And then just hold it there. And inhale, glide back to center. And exhale as you bring the body also back to center. Let's take a breath there to settle. And then from here, we'll change sides. So releasing the left leg. And then bending in the right leg. Sitting nice and tall. And then stepping the right foot over the left leg. So again, we'll find the sukham, the ease, the comfort before we go into the extension. So on the exhale, round the back. Possibly drop the forehead towards the knee. And find the breath. So we're trying here to avoid rigidity. We're trying to work with the natural spiral of the spine into the twist. So then scoop the left arm around the right shin. Inhale. Exhale, press through the sitting bones and lift to that right side. Enjoy that lift into the twist. Lovely. Take the right hand back. Inhale, exhale, and just settle into the posture. Check that you're not drawing your left kneecap in too much. Your quad is nicely relaxed. Now you can stay here or inhale. Exhale, glide the head to your right, so back to that neck movement. Inhale, glide the head slowly to look forward. Exhale, glide to the right, keeping your length, feeling all those sensations. Inhale, glide to look forward. Last one. Exhale, glide to the right. Pause there for a few easy breaths, sitting tall. And inhale as you glide the head back to center. Exhale, glide the body back to center. Just pause there for a moment. And then release. So next move is from a laying position. You might wish to stay seated just to watch this if you've not seen it before. This is a little back traction exercise, which is really good for freeing up your lower back. Sometimes the issue with the back is compression. So if your back feels relieved from doing this, that's usually what the issue is, muscular tension and compression. So shortly you'll come to semi-supine position. You'll bring the heels of the hands to rest right in the hip crease, right at the top of the thigh. From there, making sure the lower back is on the floor, you'll inhale, press into that crease and lift the chest away from the hips. You'll hold there for 4 long breaths. You will make sure that your lower back stays grounded, but your thoracic spine will arch away from the floor as you keep hold of this pressure. To come out on the exhale, you release that pressing, lower the thoracic spine down, open out into neutral spine, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so we'll give that a go. So if you'd like to come down to semi-supine position. As you arrive there, just take a breath to settle. Feel a relaxation around the facial muscles, the shoulders and the back. Then you'll bring the heels of the hands to rest right at the top of the thighs, right in that hip crease. From here, as you press the heels of the hands into the hip crease, take a big inhale to the heart space and lift the chest away from those hips. Keep the lower back grounded. Hold that position and exhale. So gently pressing, not too much pressure. Inhale, feel that lift of the chest with the breath. Feel that space created. Exhale. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed. Move up 2 more breaths in your own time. This is the last one. As you get to that final exhale, you release that pressure through the heels of the hand. Feel the back slowly dropping back down. Open the palms, so resist any desire to move at this stage. Close the eyes. Take a big inhale to the collarbones. Big exhale to let go. Feel the mid-back sinking. And just tap into that space of awareness, sensation as the body settles. So after the back traction, it's important to allow the back time to settle, also the shoulders. So then when you feel grounded, you can feel that nice sattvic energy, so harmonious energy of peace. You can take a breath in. On the exhale, you can carefully draw in 1 knee at a time, coming back to Apanasana. It might be you take hold of the back of the thighs this time, so you don't draw in too much after the traction. Inhale. Exhale, and again, you can have a rock from side to side, or you can stay static if that feels preferable. Just see. So just a gentle rock this time, easing out, easing out. So then, the next time you roll over to the right side, I'd like you to roll all the way over. You might control this by stacking a brick or two underneath the knees. I'm going to use 2 bricks, so whatever you want to use. So the sides of your legs are light on your support. From there, on the inhale, you can lift the belly towards the sky and extend the left arm out to the side at shoulder height. On the exhale, you can just bring the right hand to rest on top of the left thigh and either gaze straight up or turn the head to look to the left side if that feels nice on the neck. Big inhale, chest rising. Big exhale, shoulders releasing. It might be you wish to take away some of the support. Fine. And just feeling the therapeutic twist, static Jathara, Parvanasana. Few more breaths. Try to actively release that left shoulder on the exhale. Then from here, a little squeeze of the pelvic floor. Inhale as you gather the knees slowly back to center. Exhale, pause there for a moment, just in neutral. Allow things to settle. Then from here, you can shift your support to the opposite side, whatever you're using, over to the left. On the inhale, in the first instance, just roll all the way over onto the support so the legs touch down. Then on the exhale, turn the belly and the chest towards the ceiling as you open the right arm out to the side. Left hand can rest on the outside of the right thigh. You can either look straight up or to the right side, allowing the eyes to close. Big inhale. Big exhale, softening and surrendering through the shoulders. Again, take away any support if you need to, if you feel that that will be more therapeutic, or just stay as you are. Few more breaths. Your right shoulder releasing, staying happy, all is well. And inhale, engage the bandha, slowly come back to center. This time on the exhale, you might float the ankles up into Viparita Parani. If that feels like a big ask, now you can stack your hands underneath the sitting bones or even introduce some support underneath the sitting bones and sacrum. You can keep the knees bent or straight, legs together or apart. Open the palms of the hands. Now it's fine to keep your knees on the belly if that feels better for you. Feel the weight of the shoulders, the hips and toes light, suspended in space. Body floating, mind drifting. Knowing this inversion particularly encourages our rest and digest response, which helps to alleviate inflammation and helps us to let go of any pre-existing patterns or samskaras which may be there. A few more breaths. Then from here on the inhale, carefully bending the knees back into the belly if the legs are straight. On the exhale, you can bring the soles of the feet to the floor. From here, without tensing the glutes, just press really firmly into the heels. This will lift you up enough on the exhale to slide your support from underneath you. Pause there for a moment in neutral spine. If you then get any message to bring your knees in or do any easing out before final relaxation, listen to those messages and do whatever feels good for your body at this point. So drawing towards the close of our Remedial Yoga for back, neck and shoulders. Once you've eased out here, you can come to rest position of choice, which may be semi-supine. You may be lying on the side. If you have any chronic pain in the back, that's a good position with a cushion between the knees. Or it might be Shavasana as you extend the legs out, flop your ankles, open palms. Wherever you are, allow the eyes to close. And take a deep breath to let go of the body entirely. It's my favorite translation of the Yoga Sutras by Satchidananda. Satchidananda says that enlightenment feels like spaciousness in the joints. So maybe sinking into any extra spaciousness you can feel. Sinking into the state of Narojaha, the state of stillness. Resting here for a short time. Now becoming aware of the breath. Now allowing the waves of breath to carry you gradually towards the surface. Awareness rising. And sending the breath down into fingers and toes. Doing some gentle movements here. As you move the head slowly from side to side. When you're ready to, on the next inhale, reaching the arms up and back for a full body stretch. Big exhale to let go. And drawing the knees into the belly, having a rock from side to side. Until you can roll over to your right side. Dropping the bones heavy into the floor. Pausing here for a moment of stillness. Heart resting amidst the prana. Bringing the top hand to the floor, stretching out the top leg and coming through to comfortable seated. So sitting tall, lengthening the spine, lifting the heart space. And bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra, as we give thanks for our help and our practice. Inhale to lift the prayer hands up. Exhaling to the sides. Inhale to look up. And exhale. Namaste. Thank you everybody for practicing with me today. Hope you feel a bit easier in body and mind, and I look forward to seeing you next time.